Oh, hey, what you got there? This is the future of gaming keyboards. The future, okay, I don't buy that. I'm sure every company says that. No, really, this is really the future of keyboards. It uses inductive switches that make it smoother and faster to type on and more accurate. It removes all of that key chatter that Hall effect has. It's a really good thing. Okay, fine. I'll give. What's it called? This is the Magcore87 by Epomaker. Nope, I'm out of here with that name. Well, you'll listen, won't you? Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna just give you the sound test whenever you want. It's gonna pop up randomly in the video, so you have to watch the whole thing. You won't even know when it's coming. For democracy. Yes, folks, it is here, what Epomaker is calling their Magcore87, a TKL inductive switch keyboard, and I think they did a great job with the look, the feel, and sound of the keyboard overall. After all, it is Epomaker and they make some decent looking keyboards, but at $200, does that seem worth it? Well, it might be, because this is one of the smoothest and adjustable keyboards I've used to date, and for fast-paced action shooters, this might give you an edge. If you're already pretty good, that is. Let's start with what inductive switches even are. Instead of clunky metal contacts that require you to press all the way down to activate, these use electromagnetic fields to detect your key presses. Picture this, a tiny coil under each key creates an invisible field, and when you press down, a small piece of aluminum, that's the switch piece, interacts with that field as it's pressed down, and boom, your key press is registered. With an insane 0.1 millimeter precision, no wear, no lag, and it sips power, so when it's implemented in wireless keyboards, provided the RGB doesn't use up all the battery, it will last forever. And I can notice that difference too. I've used a few different Hall effect keyboards now, and chatter was a huge problem for me. When using it for work and gaming, some of those keyboards would register false clicks all day long and deregister my presses also. This one seems much more accurate, especially with what I'm setting in the software. But that's not the only thing that makes this keyboard special. It also advertises an 8K polling rate, fully customizable RGB, and key rollover, a CNC anodized aluminum body, and all the same features of a Hall effect keyboard like rapid trigger. Let's dig in a little deeper, shall we? Starting with the switches. These are Kale box inductive switches, made of palm material, operating at about 35 grams of force, and will last you a whopping 100 million clicks. And one of the best features about these switches is the light diffuser, which makes the RGB just shine so much brighter. Many keyboards that don't use this just don't look nearly as good. So just take a second, breathe it all in, because this RGB is the brightest in the darkest corners of my brain. Now let's take this apart to see what's under the hood. All right, well, they actually do include an Allen wrench to take this apart, but we're gonna do this my way, which is using a screwdriver. It seems to be 6 screws on the back, and it should be pretty simple to make it pop right on off. Oh boy, it's tight. Okay, now that we've all 6 screws removed, it's time for the big reveal, which I hope this is smooth. Let's find out. Try again. Boom, that came off pretty easily. There's the gasket mounted system, and man, they put a lot of LEDs in here. So the gasket mounted, this is the bottom plate, so it's just one solid plate underneath. Very high quality aluminum here. Foam on the very bottom to protect any clacking. They also have rubber isolation pads and all the gaskets to keep the gaskets nice and quiet. They have another layer of foam on top of that, and another layer of foam in between the PCB and the switches and the plate. They thought of everything here. So this is extremely well done. Okay, we've gone over all the features, performance, and differences between Hall effect keyboards and these new inductive switches, which will start hitting the market hard. But does that translate into anything useful? Well, we gotta put it to the test, and I can say that using these daily at work for about a week, I've really liked the adjustability. Initially, I did have it just a little too sensitive, which resulted in some incorrect key presses, but after some fine tuning, it's actually a joy to use now. Satisfying clicks and has a really nice sound profile. So let's pop on some games and see how $200 for a keyboard actually feels. Okay, so I'm playing a game I haven't touched in a really long time. This is Halo Infinite. They've got tons of new modes on here. They've improved all the gameplay. I might as well jump back in and see just how it feels with this brand new keyboard. And let me just say the first impressions I've already gotten, because I did play a little bit of it. I'm currently sitting at 1.5 millimeters as far as registration goes. Hi, kitty. And currently it's actually insanely responsive. It feels smooth, the clicks feel good. This is one of the best keyboards I've used for gaming in a long time with actually noticing a difference. Even more so than Hall effect. And Hall effect, it didn't do that much for me in the past. Yeah, I know I'm dying, whatever. But just moving my character around, like my character can't register as quickly as I can press. So it is actually not even doing what it needs to do in comparison. I don't understand what's happening right now. I haven't played this game in so long. Anyway, so far, this is the most responsive keyboard I've ever used. It feels great. It's smooth. It is one of the best experiences I've had. So we're gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna switch my settings. We're gonna sit and we're gonna switch my settings, select all, switch it to the lowest sensitivity possible. Okay, it's done. We're gonna go in here. Now, I'm tapping like this, barely at all. Look how quick that is. It's not deregistering any of my clicks either, which was the problem I had with Hall Effect. There'd be so much chatter, it'd be pressing other keys when I didn't want it to, or which wouldn't register at all when I was actually like holding down to move forward or something like that. Okay, dude, I can't do this. Say hello. So yeah, can I recommend this keyboard? Absolutely. Is it worth paying a premium for? I think it depends on who you are. I'm having way too much sensitivity right now at this lower level, but I think I could get used to it because there's no chatter. Again, no chatter at all. Cat, I literally can't do this. Yeah, it feels good. Now that we've gone through everything and did several tests, should you drop your card number in the comments below and grab a $200 keyboard? No, and I'm never gonna tell you to, but if you want the absolute best with no limits on a keyboard that's probably gonna last a very long time without having to swap out a single switch, I think this keyboard can fit that bill, but it's not gonna be cheap. Regardless, this is a very cool keyboard with some super premium features and a super premium feel. If you're interested in the Epomaker Magcore87, all the links will be in the description down below. And personally, this might become my actual daily driver, not just for work, but also for gaming, because it just works so well and it's so smooth. And the accuracy on this thing, man, it really makes Hall Effect look kind of cheap and gimmicky, but at a great cost. Well, if you like this video, I got a whole playlist of keyboards you can go look over, and there's some really hidden gems when it comes to budgets. This is on the higher end, and I've got some even down to $50 in that playlist down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. See ya.